Is
Okay, I think we're almost there. Setting up your meeting.
oh,
Bear with me. Let some more people in the room. Okay.
and we're live.
We are live.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Happy almost Galentine's Day. Cheers.
Okay.
Galentine's Day were always my favorites anyway.
We're live. Oh, wait. We are. Sorry, guys. I got to turn off the volume on the YouTube live.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Happy almost Galentine's Day. Cheers.
Okay.
Deja vu.
Is it working now?
I think so. All right. So let's get started. Time is of the essence, right? So we're going to start with Regina. Reg.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. While I'm doing a quick intro, put it in the chat where you're from and who your beauty guide is. So my name is Regina. I've been in the beauty industry since, oh my gosh, just out of high school for the most part. I've always just kept my finger on the pulse, love it. And while I started early in my 20s as a professional makeup artist, the thing that I'm most attracted to now is really the skincare and taking good care of my skin and helping other women who are 50 or better to do the same, because Lime Life has this philosophy of confidence inside and radiate outside. I was like, all right, say my name. so that being said, I'm just going to go through a real quick thing about Lime Life. And the way that I found Lime Life, it was one of those things where I was not looking, or I didn't think I was looking. I was repping another brand, and they had started as skincare, but then they pivoted to weight loss, and I was like, ugh. And then Theta, who's a friend of mine from years ago, from also with direct sales, she said, why don't you just take a look at this? And because I have the experience in skincare and cosmetics, I actually had my own line. I know what the good ingredients are. So I personally vetted them. And I love the fact that they're Leaping Bunny certified, and cruelty free and no junk in there. So that's one of the main reasons that I definitely said yes to this opportunity. So Galentines. All right, gals, we got to get our glam on with our skin. Let's start with our face, and let's start with, I'm just going to start with skincare, and then Ro is going to talk about cosmetics. And then at the end, we're going to tell you how you can get it for 50% off. What? All right, so skin. Obviously, it's the largest organ on our body. It absorbs like 60% of what we put on it. So that is a really important reason as far as why you don't want to put junk on there, right? You don't want any extra chemicals or any junk. So Lime Life, you don't have to think about that with Lime Life. So let's start with the fundamentals, right? Cleansing. If you use a cleanser, put it in the comments that you use a cleanser. And why is it so important? I mean, because honestly, there was a time where I thought, oh, I'll just use one of these microfiber thingies and I'll be fine. But the truth is, there's something that on our whole body, including our face, called a skin barrier. And when that gets broken, that's when skin problems occur. So using the proper cleanser that's gentle, but also removes whatever got on there during the day and, with makeup and such, that is why it's important to use a good cleanser and not just like scrub your face and use soap and water. So something that you might be hearing about now is a double cleanse. So it is preference. I understand it because you want to use like an oil-based cleanser first to break down, if you wear a lot of makeup, that breaks down the makeup and any type of oil. Believe it or not, oil breaks down oil, and it rinses that away. And then the second cleanse, you can use a water-based cleanser like our Dream Clean, for example. So, and of course your beauty guide will tell you, your personal beauty guide will give you more information about these. But one of the things that's special about Lime Life is our cleansers are refillable. So Lime Life, it's important to them. They want to take care of us. They want to take care of our planet. So they're doing as much as they can as far as being a company that is really focused on being, you know, on sustainability for our planet. So you can get these big old bags that just refill the cleanser, and it's more economical and obviously friendly to the planet. Okay, that's cleanser. Now we're going to move on to toner. What toner did you use in high school? I want to see this chat. Were you a Seabreeze girl? Tell the truth. Were you a Seabreeze girl? What type of toner did you use in high school? And more importantly, what's the significance of a toner? Like, why do we even need it? So a few minutes ago, I was talking about how when we break the skin barrier, that's when things get jacked up. So it's either, sometimes our skin might be too oily, it might get dry. I think of it as like, so it's the pH. You want to keep your pH of the skin between, between 4 and 5-ish. So I think of it as like Goldilocks, it's too oily, too dry, too this, too that. So the way that you keep Goldilocks happy is you use something that is somewhat like a toner that keeps that pH level balanced. But one of the things, actually, there are two things that are unique about it's blurred, our toner pads, is that it's a toner and an exfoliator in one. So what that means is a toner basically acts like a vacuum. So whatever is left on your skin after you've cleansed it, when you take the toner pad and, I always say down, around, up, and over. When you use the toner pad, that's like a little vacuum. It's like Goldilocks started vacuuming. So, and then with these, it's a double dip because it also has a mild exfoliant in it, which is what gives you that glow. So our skin doesn't turn over as quickly as we get older. And so helping our skin to do that, if we remove the dead layer of skin, it's going to be like, oh, we need more skin cells. And it's going to start pushing that glow to the surface. So that is the importance of our toner that is also an exfoliator with our glowing green. Again, any questions or anything, definitely talk to your personal beauty guide. And does anybody have any questions?
I just want to jump in, Regina, and just tell you that recently I had an experience where I got a gift certificate for a facial. So I went to get this facial, and the girl is doing all the really relaxing, wonderful stuff in the warm bed and everything. And she's looking at my skin. Now, I started using Lime Life back in, I guess, let's just call it August, by the time I got all my stuff. And she's looking at my skin and she says, you have really great skin. She says, you still have such good elasticity and such good collagen. Just, do you have a skincare routine? And I was like, do I have a skincare routine? And I went on to tell her, what I use. And she goes, well, it's working. And I was like, well, yes, it is. And I can feel it and see it in my own skin, myself. I sometimes am like, it doesn't look so bad today, so it's a really good
feeling, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, of course, as we age, of course, we're still going to have the, fine lines, and we're not going to completely stop that, but we can make them look fabulous. And that's what this Galentine's Day is about. So
absolutely. And when I look here on the screen and see all of these beautiful women, and I'm like, this is just like, forget it. I mean, if the proof isn't in the picture, right? And I'm sure you all have friends who say to you all the time, your skin looks so great. Oh my God, what do you do? I had somebody ask me if I actually had Botox because, I've been using like the I Believe and all this stuff. So it's just the best stuff.
Yes. And actually that was a great segue too. I'm going to talk about boosters, and then we're going to boosters, moisturizers, and then over to you. So Roseanne just said something about Botox. Well, we have something that's called Sotox, and I should not have blurred, I apologize. It's called Sotox, and it is a serum that has some magical ingredients in it. We like to say it lightens, tightens, and brightens, and that's just getting the party started. One of the ways that you can even boost that is with something that we have called the One Drop Wonder. And that is a thin, it's a one ingredient product, and it's a Pomifera oil. I won't go into all of those details, but here's what I want to tell you. Our skin absorbs differently according to the size of the molecules. All right, that's the end of the science lesson. But this One Drop Wonder, as it absorbs, it pulls whatever it's mixed with down into that deeper layer, which is called the dermis. Not everything gets there, but this One Drop Wonder oil, when you mix it with the Sotox, it gets there. So that means where melanin is produced in our dermis, it won't get to the surface because the Sotox is there to suppress it. Can I get an amen on this Galentine's Day? And anytime you're using boosters or serums, you always want to go thinnest to thickest. And again, that's for the absorption rate. All right, last thing, moisturizers. This, oh shoot, I should, glowing green. This is a double dip moisturizer, the green smoothie, I apologize. Chock full of antioxidants and all of the things that our skin barrier loves. So it keeps that pH at the right level. It's super hydrating. You can use it as a mask in addition to just a moisturizer. And it's super sanitary. It has a little pump on it, and it's one of those products like our cleansers that is refillable. And then the last thing is I was just picking my faves because I'm shallow like that. Skin Therapy is a moisturizer that can also be a moisture mask, or you can use it as a daily moisturizer. I love to use it every day, and I put a little bit of our perfect glow drops in it, which will give you that little bit of Galentine's Day glam glow. Back to you, Ro.
Thank you, Reg. Thank you. Well done. All great. And also true. I can agree with everything that you said. So just to go, I'm going to talk about the makeup really quickly. I'm going to focus kind of like on the eyes and the glitter glaze. And even though I didn't receive my glitter glaze yet, Theta has all four. I still have the one from Christmas, so I'm going to do a little something with this one. But we're going to have Theta talk about the others because she's getting a lot of really great feedback on her eyeshadow program that she's doing. But my daughter came over the other night, and she's 28, and they're all into whatever is on TikTok and whatnot. And she said to me, I have a couple of like blemishes here. Do you have a concealer? And I was like, do I have a concealer? What, are you new here? Of course I have a concealer. So I bring her upstairs and I give her this brush and I give her the concealers and let her choose. And she goes like this, right? And then she takes the sponge and she looks at me, and pardon my French, but she goes, oh shit. And I said, works great, doesn't it? And she's like, yeah. And she goes, but can it take care of this one over here? And she goes to the one that's like a little tougher, and she goes, oh, come on. I went, okay, so I'll put a cart together for you. And she was quite mad at me for being right, because moms can never be right. But okay, so I just thought tonight to just strictly to be able to use this, I was going to do like a little bit of a smoky eye. And I noticed that as I was using the glitter glam colors, that when I first used it, I didn't feel like I had like a good coverage. So then I put some eyeshadow on underneath it to kind of like let it sit there, and it kind of just didn't, because it's not as dark. Yes, Veronica, they call us for advice. Absolutely. And then when we're right, it really makes them mad. But all of these shades I noticed aren't as dark as they look in the bottle. Because when I saw this, I was like, ooh, that's white, but when you just put it on over the eyeshadow, and I love the way it just it just sits there, and I think it just comes out like pretty even, you know, and I have hooded eyes, so I always worry that whatever I put on is going to get like stuck in the crease and everything. So the eyeshadow underneath really helps it out a little bit. And then I got so many new colors. I was very excited, and I'm noticing a trend. I sort of go with a lot of neutral tones. So I'm trying to up the ante a little bit and change it up and get out of my comfort zone, which I definitely did with this blue, you know, which is so beautiful. I had no idea how gorgeous it was going to be. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. I don't even know the number. It's this shimmery, like charcoal gray. And I did it the other night. It looked really nice with the white. So I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit. And then I've been practicing this. I had Reg give me a tutorial, and I am such a fan of this blender brush. I don't think I could do my eye makeup anymore without it. And I did get some on my lid, but I can fix that. And I maybe went a little dark, but that's okay, because like I tell everybody, it's just makeup. You can wash it off and start again if you don't like the way it comes out. But I'm taking a few more chances. And what I love about this makeup, and I'm not a fan of doing this, but it has happened, where, you know, you fall asleep and usually your face is on your pillow the next day. It's not. I had this happen the other night. I fell asleep, sadly, with my makeup on. And I woke up the next day, and I have to say, I never looked better in the morning. I really did. I looked fantastic in the morning. I woke up and I was like, girl, you look good. And I went out to the store and I hadn't even changed my makeup, and I still looked like totally presentable. So I'm a fan of this look. Some people do it better. What is the brush number? The blender one is 10 that I'm using. And then to apply it, I use the number 9, the angled brush, which I like. I tend to be a little heavy-handed, so I have to remember that you just really have to dab this makeup and it goes on, and you don't have to put a lot on the brush because it's that good. They almost do themselves a disservice by making it last so long, because you really don't need to use a ton of it in order for it to look good. But then I just like to blend it in, and then I went with a darker color there. And then what I'll usually do is take this little lovely brush and take the same color that I put on top of my eye, and I'll just very lightly go underneath. Because I'm not a big fan of the underneath, but I know like a smoky eye, you're supposed to have a little bit of underneath. And then I would take our lovely, wonderful, amazing eyeliner, and I'm going to just do a little bit on the end here. And I was going to put my false eyelashes on that I got today, but I didn't have time. So normally I would end this with a little extra lash on the side. And then I'm a fan. I know some people don't do it, but I am a fan of kind of smoothing out over the top and then blending again, just to sort of make it not look so defined. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I would do if I was going out. I'm going to wash my face after this, but that's what I would do. And I find I used to labor over doing my makeup, and now it's become such a great routine. And with these colors and the way they go on, I've gotten a little bit more bold and tried a few different things. And I absolutely will tell anybody who listen. And the funny part is about our, foundations and our concealers is I'll tell anybody who will listen about them. And when I hear people in my family who I've finally convinced that they need it, like my sister, who is a hard sell, and then I hear her at a family event going, oh no, it's really good. It's really good stuff. And she'll get comments at work about how good she looks. And so it's just like, yeah, I told ya. you know, because I came to Lime Life through Theta, and I had worked with Theta at Theorem, and I had done other sort of MLMs. But this is the first one where I'm really feeling like, yeah, I want to make a go of this. I want this to work. I want to do this. I believe in this. I love this product. And even if for whatever reason, if I stopped, you know, being a beauty guide tomorrow, I would still use this. And I'm just looking at myself in the camera and I'm like, look at the difference in my eyes. One with no makeup and the makeup, it like pops so much. It looks so good. So that is my time. I'm going to pass it over to Theta because I want you to talk about those 4 glitter glazes. And congratulations, Team Glitter. I don't know how you pulled it off, but you did.
Thank you, Rob. All right. So you guys, all right. First of all, I'm 56. So I have always been taught to wear like matte eyeshadows. And I was a little scared of having anything that had any shine or shimmer. And so you can imagine when we come out with glitter glaze, it kind of scared me. But I have never gotten more compliments on my eyes or my eyeshadows, women asking me, what are you wearing on your eyes, since I started using the glitter glaze. And today I did something completely out of my comfort zone. I used Disco. Disco is a purple. I don't know if you can see that. It's more, I mean, I just don't normally do purple on my eyes. I usually do like a neutral color, but this is beautiful. And I'm going to show you. Oh, is this purple? No, I think this is, I think, did I pick the right one? That is Disco. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So this is Disco, like full strength, so to speak. But like when you just blend it out onto the eye, look at how like it just creates a beautiful shimmer. It is absolutely stunning. I'll show you the other colors, but I want to tell you what's so unique about this. So it's got glycerin, which attracts and it retains moisture. And also has squalene, a squalene that improves hydration and prevents loss of moisture. So it says other key ingredients make it crease proof while softening the appearance and texture on the eyelids, making them these shimmery eye products great for any age. So I had to read that because I couldn't remember it. All right, so we've got bubbly, which I love, and I will mix bubbly. I'll do a little stripe of bubbly. So bubbly is sort of a champagne-y color. And then we have, hang on, Uptown. Uptown is sort of a copper. I don't know. Brown, copper, something like that. Can you see the colors okay?
Yes.
This one's going to be Downtown. Downtown is, this one's brown, more brown. So Uptown was more coppery. Can you see those? And then Disco, I'll put Disco next to it, so you can see. Now, trying to get the light good. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to smear like the bottom half of this, just so you can see how they really do diffuse beautifully. You can do them in a hard line. Like if you want something, a dramatic effect, you could probably do it like a swipe across your lash line to just kind of create that shimmer. But if you want shimmer on the entire eye, what I've been doing is just putting on my normal eyeshadow as I always do. And then I'm taking a little bit of this on my finger and I'm just blending it over the eye so that it's just a flawless, shimmery, beautiful, sexy, Valentine's-y eyeshadow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that color's so pretty on your baby blues or pretty blue eyes.
That's not that bad. I just don't normally do purples, but yeah, I did the whole pink and purple thing going on today.
Is your signature color.
And I just wanted to say to all of my brunette friends who have, if you were like me, always afraid to wear a red lip. I was always I felt like that was a very blonde thing, or a very like, I don't know. I just never could do it. And then I got this red velvet, and I have worn a red lip out on multiple, and sometimes I'll see people look at me. I'm like, oh, do I look like a clown? But no, I think it looks good. I like it, you know, So I've been encouraging every brunette woman I know to get the red velvet because I'm like, I'm telling you, you can wear a red lip. But Theta, I love what you do. I love what you're doing with your eyes. They really do
Thank
look
you.
spectacular.
So somebody wanted to know what I used on my eye today. And I used, Blush Hour. So that's number 31. Excuse me, I do not have my readers on. Blush Hour. I used a little bit of Pastel Me About It, which is number 41. I used Justice, which was more of the darker purple. That was the darker color that I used in the corner of my eye. And then I just used the Disco all over the lid.
Oh, it looks great. And it won't crease.
No, it's been on all day. Looks pretty good.
That's what's so incredible about this stuff is you know, you do your makeup and it's all day. It's just on and it looks so good. It never wears off.
Yep. True story.
So, who's getting all Valentine glammed out? Is anybody? I'm gonna.
Definitely.
I actually have a Valentine this year.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a story for another day, folks.
Yes. And a little glam tip, just add shimmer, just add shimmer. So mix it with you can mix it with your moisturizer, or if you have a shadow, you could just put a little bit on your clavicle bone or your shoulders.
Look at this, guys.
You tell them.
So you can.
I was gonna say, can you use it? You could probably, like Theta, you're putting it on your cheeks right now, right?
I am. I'm putting the bubbly on my cheeks just for a little extra glow. So if you were out and about and you wanted like a little extra glam, something like this would be a great little highlighter too.
Yeah, perfect.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how we can get all this stuff half off, Regina.
Yes, ma'am. And so the way that you can do that is there's a one-time opportunity. If you were to join us as a beauty guide, not only are the glowing green pads that I was so excited about, they are free. That's a $45 value. They're free. And then there's a cleanser, travel size cleanser that also is free this month. That's a $20 value. And when you're finishing enrolling, you have an opportunity to get like most of the products that I showed you 50% off, which is amazing. I mean, One Drop Wonder and Sotox at 50% off. I mean, most of us want to just re-enroll just for that discount right there.
Exactly.
And in addition to being able to get it 50% off as a beauty guide, you'll also get commission on it. So, I mean, if you're the girl that likes the value, I just want to throw that out there. And so obviously talk to your personal beauty guide about it. She can give you all the deets. But that is, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows because, like I said, I like a deal.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then they can shop with their beauty guide too. If becoming a beauty guide isn't like for you, then you can get your first time you order, there's a 10% off code. All you have to do is put your email in and you'll get a 10% off your first order.
So awesome. Great.
Better deal to become a beauty guide.
They love giving deals, this company. They absolutely love giving deals.
Yes, they do.
Yep. And now we can even build our own lip bundles.
Starting Wednesday, right? Yeah. So that's going to be so much fun. Is there anything else? Are we all done? We did it in 30 minutes.
We did it in 30 minutes. So I want to wish a happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. And join the company too on the corporate page on Thursday, because Jacob Heiser and Nydia Figueroa are going to be going live on the corporate Facebook page with a whole segment on the glitter glazes.
Great.
Excellent. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Great job.
Bye. Happy Galentine's Day.
Happy Galentine's.
Bye.